Done, and this weekend I actually got more design in. So let me show you what I did. So this is the dashboard that I was thinking, some like concept that I was fiddling around with for the design. So in this stream I wanna get the design right. It's like get the design really fast and create something, then start iterating. So I got like a couple of good ideas during the weekend. I have attended one of these events for startups in London, and it happened in a business school. So more like an academic people, some students were there, but they were actually quite good investors. That they were giving some tips and tricks. And there were also some pitching that was happening with the people who were participating in some sort of accelerator that time, and they were pitching their businesses. Like they had this pitch deck ready. They were making a presentation to investors, and I was hearing what investors were telling them, what kind of advice that they were giving them, what kind of questions that they were asking them. It was quite helpful. One thing that there was one guy who had, not one guy, I mean like one founder was doing the presentation, but obviously there are like multiple peoples behind the project, but they were doing this presentation in there. It was a habit building application, kind of similar to ours, or kind of similar to any other habit building application out there in the market. So their idea was creating some kind of oral health app that tells you how long you're supposed to brush your teeth, how often you're supposed to brush your teeth. They started with some kind of presenting some sort of data. And remember, this is a startup, or an idea of a startup has been incubated in an accelerator, and these people were working on this for a long time, and they were like preparing for this presentation, this pitch for a long time, and they were getting also all sorts of professional help as well. But then at the end, the investors were like so brutal, especially for that idea. They were asking questions like, how would you say that no one else is going to come tomorrow and is going to create the same idea without any kind of effort, because they might have some kind of resources and everything, which is true. I'm here sitting down on YouTube building something similar, and these people are also creating something similar. Then there were other people asking, how are you going to incentivize this to the users? That how are you going to make them use this product, right? And they were like speeches. They had no answer to that. They're just saying, yeah, we're going to send them notifications. They're going to click on buttons and stuff. So they immediately switched into something like saying they have a user base. They have like 200 signups. Some like dentists are trying to get the application as well with them, which I feel like they're blubbering around. And I saw that the guy was super uncomfortable with all the questions and everything. And there was one thing that struck me right there. So there are a lot of these habit building applications. Everybody is expert on some kind of topic, and they think that they're going to build this ultimate habit building platform for people. And they think that their way of doing things is the best. So, and which, in some cases are true. They might be the expert in the area. So for these people, they had some history in dental hygiene, dental health and everything. So they were, they knew what they were doing, how often you should be. They studied their business, which is okay. But then I was thinking, in terms of, oh, thank you, Stigi. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is actually cool. Like, so hear me out. I saw that there are a lot of people are building this thing, right? And then I thought, okay, so I saw lots of these habit building applications on app stores, on Play Store. There are like a lot of them is in several different things. Some of them are for like for the athletics, like they're giving some kind of gym schedule, right? And then some of them for running, like they're preparing you for a marathon. So why not just bring everything into one place? Like, imagine Udemy, that you have courses, right? Like some structure that is inside there. And imagine also these habit building apps. And imagine these people are expert in some area. So they're creating some groups. They set up the program, what you need to do. So maybe a weekly program that you need to do over and over again, or maybe a month-long program or a year-long program. They sat down, they wrote down the steps exactly. Then they can market these things that they have. Like they can create these schedules and products that they want to sell to their users. And instead of trying to convince their users to download multiple apps for like running, you need to have an app. For dental hygiene, you need to have an app. For something else, you need to have an app. Instead of that, you're going to have one app that all these groups, all these like specific ideas for a habit building apps are just going to be a group. Then you can just, with ease, kind of like a no code website building platform, you can just create your own structure, create your own program, and then people are going to come and upload their proofs and everything. So then you will have a marketplace for habit building instead of people coming and trying to create their own and asking their fan base to just like download whatever they have in there. So I was thinking something like that, like creating the community aspect of it, and don't get involved with who wants to create what, and also allow people to create these groups among their friends, and also maybe allow companies to create these groups. Nike's creating their running group. So everything kind of fell into place after I was hearing that investor grilling that guy about their idea, which I was like, throughout the event, I was kind of like half asleep. I was listening, but nothing that you didn't hear in any YouTube page about some kind of startups. There is nothing like specific or particular advice that they were giving out. So, but then I saw this guy talking about an habit building app, and I was like, okay, oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'm building something like that. So it was quite interesting to hear from real investors are giving opinions and revealing how they actually think about this kind of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, so maybe I will create this. I will try this idea. At least I'm gonna create this concept in here for the app. Then I will have screenshots for the app, so I can just create the landing page and show it to a bunch of people online. I can run some kind of advertisement, and we will see. I will do everything in this channel like in the following days, but I need to finish this prototype as quick as possible. So that's what I want to do. Let's see. Yes. So during weekend, I have added these bits that is going to give some kind of experience. This was before that thing that I was telling you about, before that event. But I might still keep it. Maybe like based on the experience and everything, give some kind of incentive at the beginning of the application so people can get some levels, get some experience, then spend those experience or the levels on unlocking some paid communities maybe, or if there's going to be a paid communities, but we will see. We can run the experiments. Like I might create multiple experiments on a landing page that we can run advertisement against, which I have 2 books on marketing stuff for like 1 page landing page, and 1 page marketing plan, and this is marketing. So there are 2 books that I will be following to do those kind of tests. And yeah. Okay, let's at this stage we do have the level and experience, And in here, we do have recommended clubs that the user might be interested. And these are the active challenges. So that means that there's some kind of progress going on here. I will be focusing on here a little bit more right now. There's some kind of progress. So let's say the length of the program is 30 days or 1 week, and then you have your progress in here, and this shows how many days in a row that you have contributed into this program or you have participated in this program. And in here, that you have just participated, and there's gonna be a cooldown period. Marvel, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, buddy. I saw you on Discord as well. Welcome there too. And yeah, so this means that there's some kind of time left before you are able to upload another you can upload another proof or another step, basically. Yeah. So yes, this here I think it's kind of okay. I was thinking maybe if I should add some kind of percentage in here. Oh, thank you. I was not sure if I should add some kind of percentage here, but seems also okay. So you can just go and look at the progress, or like you can have a look at the detail page. I think for the main page it should be all right. Hello, hey, how's it going? Do you want to design with me as well? No? Okay, what's there? Go check it out. Anyway, yes. Thank you. Can I design now? Can you give me? No. Okay. I can't see shit, Yeah, she's always like that. She's always picking out the worst moments. Sometimes I'm at work and then having a meeting, and then she just like comes in, just butts into the meeting. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, there you go. Lay down. Right. Yeah. So for here, and one more thing that I want to add, but I'm thinking like if it's gonna be too much. One more thing is to add in here. It might be making it look crowded, but I think it's important to show how many people are participating in that challenge, have finished that step. So let's create a, let us create, these are not here. Anyway. Let me just find a PNG for, oh yeah, no, I got this, yeah. So let me put this here. Okay, and I'm gonna add a stat that's showing, let's say 15 out of 320 people. There you go. They have shared their proof today. Maybe too big. I don't know. Okay. What do you think? No. It's in the middle like this? Or like align with this? No, that's maybe here. And underneath another stat, but no. Jeez. Okay. Maybe here. Oh, I think that works. Maybe smaller. So, or thin. Yeah. Or we can just move this at the end. What do you think? What do you guys think? Here or here? I feel like it's at the end. At the end looks much better. Like this. I can even make this smaller. Yeah. Nope, too small. Sorry, too close, not too small. Here we go. Okay. No. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I know, right? Like, it just, in here, it kind of feels like part of the title. Also, like, I was thinking, when you said that, if the title is longer, then how are you gonna account that? At least in here, bolder. Okay, let's try it. Medium, like regular here, or like bold. Regular. It does, but I don't want to. Do I want to make it like too obvious or like too bold, you know? Should it take that much of an attention? It should be maybe like a nice to have information. Although it is an important information, because that it kind of gives you the incentive of all these other people have completed that, and you can be the next one. Although it's not a tested idea as well. That might backfire as well, that they can think like, oh, this many people did, maybe I'm not going to do it. I don't know. Or like, if I don't do it, that is not going to take so much attention from the group. That could be as well. Like, if there's so many people, if it was 3 people, 4 people, sure. Maybe like 50% opacity. Like, the thickness is going to be that, but it's not going to be that visible. And that's how the regular looks. Okay. Live voting, up or down? So what do you guys think? This bold, or like a more visible, vivid, or a bit more grayer tones? Which one do you prefer? It's much better to ask just the users. Imagine you're the user. Which one do you think? The reason to include this stat is to show people how many people are participating. That's going to be that stat. So let's say there's 320 people are participating at the same time, and 15 of them have provided that step. So this is going to be a long schedule that you need to be contributing daily basis. You should be providing something, and then that day, for that particular step, how many people contributed, that number shows that. And then you will see, or it can give you some kind of incentive, give you some kind of community feeling that these people have contributed. Or as I said, it might backfire as well. It's not a tested idea. Maybe because it's not a tested idea, maybe we should keep it a little bit faded for now. And I can add some sort of call to action there. So we can connect Mixpanel when the application is live and see how many people are actually clicking, trying to see who have contributed. So clicking there might open another model or a window or another screen that displays all the other users, all the other profiles. What did they do in there? And then you will have, and we would have clear idea if people care about that stat or not. So okay, there you go. Let me just copy this as well for the other cards. Cool. And another one. Oops. A little bit more. Cool. Just 1 second, I'll be back. Yes. All right. Cool. So now I have these active challenges, and this is not going to be the only thing that I'm thinking of including here, and there's going to be some sort of feed to see what the people that you're following are doing. And this is most of the time what our users are doing. They're using that feature, that seeing what other people are doing and then what the other people that they're following are doing. In the live application, when you first join, you will be greeted with a blank screen. And the reason for that, everybody's following somebody and they're using this feature. We have forgot that when a user comes to an application as a fresh user and they don't have anyone that they're following, so they see this blank screen and they don't know what to do. And because of that, I just saw from the Mixpanel data and where people are clicking, where people are looking at, the user feed is one of the most important and most commonly used places. So let's create one more frame. That was 14 plus. Yeah, and that's our background color. Cool. So let me copy these two things. Actually, not this bit as well. Yeah, and I'm gonna take these. Maybe that. I don't need all. Yeah, and here. So we can get rid of this. By the way, guys, do you have any kind of experience? I'm actually kind of curious. Do you guys have any kind of experience with habit building? Like, what did you try in the past? Would you mind giving me some stories? If you guys have, at least. I mean, like, if you want to share. I'm genuinely curious because most of the time that I wanted to create something or create some kind of habit, I'm kind of quite consistent with that. Like, I never have struggled with building a habit like my friends when they were telling me stories that they had to create these like journals and everything. They had to I don't know, create like this triggers, that emotional triggers that get them out. So stories about you trying to build a habit, either like you're trying to regularly go to a gym or trying to regularly read or trying to do stuff, but for some reason that you're procrastinating and you're not able to do that thing. And when the next, like, is there any way or any kind of procedure that you follow while you are trying to build that next habit? Let's say you're gonna start a gym next month. How would you do it? How would you go about it? How would you achieve that goal? Yeah, I mean, as I was saying, for me it was always easy. Never had to do anything, like never had to create some kind of schedule, never had to create some kind of like a timer or anything like that. Whenever I felt like going, say like I'm gonna go to the gym, so I was just going to the gym. You've tried journals, but they didn't stick. What type of journals have you tried? If you don't mind me asking, obviously. But so one thing about the journals, actually, I've heard that a lot of people are creating journals or like writing stuff. I've tried it, but I feel like it's just, there are like a lot of complicated things. Most of the time I realize that I don't know how to write them down. Stigi says, I had problems with energy drinks and just with sugar. Stopped drinking since I done my master's. I mean, you did very good, because those things have high amount of caffeine. Like caffeine is a good thing. Like caffeine is a good drug, but that was like 5 years ago. I mean, if you're still young, you're still in school. So I'm thinking like you were still in your early 20s. So it wouldn't affect you that much, but high amounts of caffeine is actually making you super anxious and messing up with your sleep, making you constantly tired, which is an interesting aspect. You would think that caffeine would make you energetic, which it does. Actually, I've read something the other day that caffeine doesn't give you energy. It just blocks this receptor in your brain that making you tired. So it prevents you become tired for a while. But then the effect is gone. Then you're gonna have a crash. Yeah, that was like 5 years ago. I never drank coffee or anything. Very occasional tea. Makes sense. I mean, tea has caffeine, but it's not that much, so it should be fine. And some of the teas are actually kind of helpful as well. Same with alcohol. I mean, social drinking, I think, in my opinion at least, is okay. Yeah, exactly. Socially, or whenever you just like, go out or something. I would never um just because drinking like to every day or like binge drinking, stay at home and just do that. It's always when you go out, always when you like do something, either after work or before work. In here. By the way, all these things that you're saying is kind of getting rid of unhealthy habit. It's not more of like building something. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's not technically building the thing for you to do later on and put some kind of positive in your life. It's more, actually, it's kind of putting something positive in your life, but it's not building something, like gaining something. It's more of getting rid of a habit. People process caffeine differently. Actually, I have no idea about that. I think that should be same, but can you elaborate a little bit? I don't know what you mean exactly. Do you mean like people build up some tolerance because they drink too much coffee or too less coffee, so it would affect them differently, or just like some people have different brain chemistry and the caffeine affects them differently? Because as far as I know, that caffeine should kind of affect everybody the same, because human anatomy is pretty much the same. Well, I could come home with 2 cans daily when coming back from university. Oh, I get it. Okay. And I am gonna need one more of these. Let's take this bit. So let's create the user feed. And in here, I might add coughing would give me jiggles if I don't drink water before being dehydrated. Wasn't fun. Yeah, caffeine is actually making you super dehydrated. I drink a lot of coffee, by the way. I drink like at least 6 cups of coffee every day. But I don't think at this point it's affecting me at all. I'm just like drinking for the taste. But I always liked coffee. I started drinking coffee when I was in high school, and I was going to the high school, and I was usually the first one to arrive because the driver was taking us was also a taxi driver, so he was coming super early, taking us to the school. And I was grabbing a newspaper and just going to the school cafeteria and asking for coffee, which they were selling coffee in our high school, which is interesting because nowadays the caffeine intake is like they have a age limit of 18. So you need to be 18 to buy anything with a caffeine now. And I was getting this black Americano, which till this day, either espresso or black Americano would be my choice of coffee. I would never put milk in a coffee. I think that's just kind of what psychopaths would do. Sorry about that. No. I'm joking. Yes. But yeah, since then I just love the taste of the coffee. I would like to try like different bits, especially the third wave. When I was in Japan, I've tried multiple coffees, like, you know, this Harios, this third wave thing. It was incredible. It's like the genetics thing. Some people get more tired after taking caffeine while others feel more energetic. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I honestly didn't know that. Coming to think of it, I haven't started a new habit or hobby in 5 years. The last thing that I learned was skateboarding 5 years ago when I started university. Dude, that's actually not good. You should have some kind of hobby, or like, you know, at least do something. Like, forget about all the apps and everything, you know. It is really good for your mental health as well, you know, instead of just playing video games or just watching content online. You should definitely, you know, pick up something at least once 1 hour a week, you know. Try it. Drawing, I don't know, making music. Just pick up something. That's really not good for your mental health either. But talking about buildings, I usually found motivation from just reading publications and thinking about how could I just build this as an application. Yeah, you know, from one thing from the investors that I'm hearing is this product and founder fit. This is exactly what you're talking about, because most of the time the investors, when they are looking at, and if the founders of the company that are completely unrelated from the subject and everything, despite the fact they have good traction, they have good base that they found online, you know, people that they convinced to join to their startup and everything, they will still refuse to invest into those people because they don't know what they're talking about. And especially if you're like, you know, in a university, you're studying that field, and then you're reading these articles and you're finding an idea to build, and you are expert on this topic. So when you build this, it's going to be very, very easy to get funding. Or from just being pissed from using Microsoft Excel and instead just automate all the silly clicking process. I would say, you know, don't don't worry about that. I would say first check it out if the tools exist, but, you know, automating some kind of Microsoft Excel, I would say, because it'll be much saturated field. I have hobbies. I read and go to the gym. Okay, I mean, like when you say you haven't, oh, okay. Fine. So you've been doing this for a long time. I thought like you're not doing anything at all, and then I was kind of worried for you, man. Okay, that's good to know. That going to the gym, this is actually like, you know, you're moving. This is great. Keep doing it. Nice job. Good job. Oh, so like automating the processes most of the time is the latter. Fair enough. Fair enough. Anyway, oh, I'm speaking and also like forgetting to develop something. Okay, so this is gonna be a profile picture. Let's also develop thing that we supposed to do. All right, maybe more. 100. There you go. Okay. That is not good. Let's see, 50 to 50. Yeah. So that's going to be the profile of the person. And let's add a line to separate it. Yeah, no. I mean, it's not really. As long as you're enjoying the things that you're doing, you don't necessarily have to, you know, start a new hobby. It's more like, you know, this comes out of boredom. Boredom is a really, really good thing, like really good motivator. When you get bored of something, you just try new things. If you're not bored, like, you know, if these things that you're telling me that gives you great joy, that you don't, you know, get bored of doing it, it's kind of like it was for me when I just started becoming a developer. When I was doing this, it was not as popular as right now. And most people were just like, you know, doing it just because they enjoyed it. And I tried it for a couple of times. I was building websites and I was thinking to myself, I mean, this is so cool. There are people who are doing this as a profession. And if I can just do this, I can do this every day for the rest of my life, which I'm doing right now. And it still doesn't feel like working. Still, like, you know, feels like cheating, to be honest. Because I'm doing something that I enjoy. I play with computers all day and they just pay me at the end of the month. It's amazing. It's brilliant. To 50%. Yes. Okay, so that gonna make the difference. Maybe let's give it a little bit more space. So the reason that I'm giving actually much space in here is because there is this rule in designing, not designing, but accessible designing for people in all sorts of different finger thicknesses or lengths and everything, so they can easily click on the in order for them to easily click on anywhere in the screen, there should be at least like 44 pixel wide squares. So when you're giving some kind of space, this square should be like 44 pixels from each side. As you can see, it's like 48 to 47. I'm just kind of clipping a little bit off on the top. So it's more or less in the 44 pixels. So it's enough distance for a human finger to just click around. So that's why I'm like making this space a bit wider. As long as these cards are bigger than 44 pixels, and that's the clicking area, and then these buttons are like these, again, the square is 44 pixels. It contains the 44 pixels. It is good enough distance for a human finger to click on a phone screen, and in different size of phone screens. So it can be a small screen as well. And yes. So here's a question for you guys on the on this live stream right now. We do have these proofs, and they're kind of looking like TikTok stories. So this is the application, the current application. And when someone uploads something to a group, it looks like this. And this is scrollable feed, just like TikTok. And when I'm displaying this in user feed, it looks like this. When I click on it, I will still see this this TikTok thingy. And what do you guys think that I should be displaying here? So I do have the name of the person and when this post has been shared and everything. But if I show it like Instagram did, kind of the content itself, then there is no reason for people to click on that and then view it on the full scale and the full length. That's why I haven't included in the main screen here, and then that gave me the data that I know that people are clicking on these to see what the people that they're following are looking at it. You don't use a TikTok. Okay. Do you use Instagram? Instagram has reels. So like for the reels that you can also this swipe motion, you have the video, then you just like swipe down and then next video comes up on the screen. It kind of works like that. Or YouTube Shorts. You're using YouTube. You cannot say that I don't use YouTube. You're here. So you use YouTube. And YouTube Shorts are working in the same way as well. You just swipe down. Actually, how does YouTube do it? So they do show some stuff. So this is what YouTube does. So they give some kind of thing, but how do they do on mobile actually? Like, okay, this is desktop app. They give some kind of phone structure, but how do they do on the mobile? Dude, when you're other than this, okay, they do the same thing. So they give 4 like this. They do give 4 squares, the rectangles, and then you can just click and watch the shorts. Although, do you think that's a good UI though? I'm not sure. I have mixed feelings. Didn't know about the 44 pixel. Oh yeah, so I did have some kind of link somewhere in the Discord channel when we were doing stuff. Let me see if I can find a link to that article. Not here. Maybe collaboration. Yes. Okay, got it. Here we go. And this is the complete guideline. All right. Let's see. I use Reels or YouTube Shorts sometimes. Shorter content doesn't really interest me. I don't go well with current content trends at least. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've tried TikTok and Jesus Christ, man. First time I downloaded TikTok, right? And I'm just like trying to see what it is and how it works, right? And then just like, scrolling down. I thought I'd spent like 30 minutes or something like that on it. And then I just looked at the phone 5 hours has passed since I started just testing it out. And that was the first time that I was using it. It kind of feels dangerous. I don't know. There's something about TikTok. But another interesting thing, when I was using it regularly afterwards, that I started seeing some kind of like more dumber content. I feel like the content is just disappearing super quickly. The most interesting ones are disappearing super quickly. Or I don't know, maybe after like 4 or 5 hours of scrolling through 30 seconds of content, you're gonna run out of stuff to show. I don't think there's that many content creators on the same subject out there. So kind of makes sense. The content is becoming dumber over and over, like over time. Like I started getting some kind of conspiracy theorists popping out, And I don't like conspiracy theories and everything. I just, couldn't care less. But for some reason, just because I've watched more than 3 seconds now, my entire feed filled up with conspiracy theories. Thanks for the link. You're welcome. I try to keep up with apps with the doom scrolling. Yeah. Yeah, you should. Definitely you should. I'm not trying to do that as well, but I mean, it's a nice way in terms of this, because you can just quickly swipe through what everyone does. You can just quickly see, what 300 something people participated in the one challenge do. So it's gonna give you some kind of speed also in this current particular case. But for the TikTok and stuff, I definitely agree. What was my question about the full screens? Yes. So the question is, I'm trying to redesign these cards that shows the user activity, what they post, what they write as a description and everything, but the content itself looks like this. So it's like either video or a picture. And I'm thinking of displaying ways of this content, or like show some kind of user feed on the main screen. I'm thinking of the ways of doing that. So either I can go for the Instagram's way and just display some kind of preview in here, or like I can go down what YouTube did and just give some squares and then some information in here, some kind of like a phone frame. Then when you click on it, it will start play, but we do have also pictures. So if it's a picture, there's not much of a point unless you want to make some kind of interactions like commenting on it or liking it, or we can even just add the likes in here. You don't even have to go in there. So yeah, basically the question is, I'm trying to find a way or like I'm asking what sort of solution that I should bring here. TikTok gets dumber the more you use it. Yes, exactly. Yeah, of course it's always more difficult in reality. Oh yeah, so staying away from the doom scrolling apps. Yes, it is, because it's kind of becoming a trend. Like every YouTube has them now, but Instagram has them now, Facebook has them now. Every app that even does Twitter has it? I mean, X has it now. I don't know actually. I haven't been a user of X, which I should be. It's a nice platform. Since after actually Elon Musk took over, I kind of wanted to get into it quite a lot, but I didn't have any kind of incentive. Not many people around me is using it, but I feel like I should, because I see a lot of people having great conversations and great connections in there. Will you allow users to view all challenges posted in Doomscroll, or will you limit the top 20 or something? It's gonna be allowed, so you can see everything, but there are feeds. So let me see. Let's say, so these are the, let's say, groups, right? And then there are feeds on the group. So if you click here, you will see only people running. So only the people who are participating in this one, but kind of everyone in the group. So, and there's going to be some kind of algorithm that shows the popular ones and everything. But if you click here, click to this middle button, you will see everything that we do have. Again, most people are also using it, but it's more favoring the recent content than the most popular one. We do have like some popular one every now and then, it just pops out, but usually it favors more of the recent content than the popular ones, because we don't have that many users. If I show popular ones, that it's not gonna be a good user experience. And you have your also a profile page that where you have your own streaks, your own progress. When you click on this, that 10 push-ups a day challenge, for example, the one I was doing, then you will see in a chronological order all the push-ups that I have did until the end. And there's not going to be any kind of popularity thingy in here. It's just going to be chronological things that I did, so I can see my progress as well. At the end, I was thinking like, creating some kind of short video or like a long form video showing your entire progress once you completed the challenge or the program. So let's say you have joined 1 month of gym and then you have completed that, once you finish it, you can export a video that shows your complete progress from beginning to end. Then you can share it anywhere that you want to, or just keep it to yourself. I think the Insta one looks better than the YouTube Shorts square personally. I agree. Yes, YouTube Shorts kind of like a grid system, so like kind of like this, but more rectangular motions. Dark mode version, yes, but it's not as important as you might think. Like most of the people, I don't understand why. Most of the people, and when I mention this and I show the application, they're asking, are they going to be dark mode or light mode? And it really doesn't matter in terms of business point of view, because as long as people are enjoying using the application, dark mode or light mode is just going to be down to a preference thing. It's not going to be necessary for the functioning of the application, because until coming to that point, I do have more problems to solve and more features to build. And this can be nice to have, yes. When we have the resource and the time to do that, it should be definitely one of the first things to do, because as you did as well, many people are asking, are they going to be a dark mode for the app? So most people are using dark mode. Since most people are using the dark mode, I have started doing some kind of dark mode here. So like started with the dark mode, then we can add the light mode later on, then just, put it. So it's just in priority. Yeah, not in priority. Yeah, exactly. Until the mechanics are there and people are actually recommending this to their friends and they're joining the platform, and we have like, I don't know, maybe tens of thousands of users join the platform using it, and then they're providing and they're just like, mechanics and everything working. Yeah, why not? We can add the dark mode, which is not going to take much to implement, to be honest. But despite like it's not going to take too much to implement, still not in the priority. I mean, when I say dark mode, light mode, obviously you can see that this bit right now is built with the dark mode. So. Let me add a picture here and see how's it gonna look like. Let's do some experimentation instead of talking about it. There you go. Let's see in action. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna be like that. Okay. Let me take that one too. Well, people also keep asking me if I will have the dark mode for my app too. Yeah, I know. I know. For some reason, it's just so important for people. I don't know, actually. Like, that's the thing. I don't even know if that's important for people too, or they just like, asking for the sake of asking question. Because as a developer, yeah, you can ask that question, and because, it's just some kind of nice to have feature, because, we just want to create pretty things and everything. But in the actual user's perspective, I don't know that's necessary. Like, would they be asking these kind of questions while they were using the application and they just downloaded from the App Store or Play Store? If they didn't know that you are building this application, would they ask this kind of question? Would they even care having a dark mode or not? If their problem is being solved by this platform, or they have been entertained by this platform. That's the real question, in my opinion. Let's say 7 hours ago. And that would be, sir, 50%. No, not yet. There you go. And let's do this. Seven hours ago. And we got this maybe closer. Cool. Yeah, and what else? What else? Yeah, I wasn't initially gonna design dark mode first, but now I'm reconsidering because so many people have brought it up. Honestly, I would say, just ignore. Just ignore. As long as your app is doing its purpose and you have a lot of in your workload backlog that you need to do before creating the dark mode, it's really not that important. I'm dark mode by default. I can't use a website or app that doesn't have dark mode. Yeah, just start with the dark mode. That's also cool. Yeah, if people are asking that you need to have some kind of dark mode. The light burns my eyes. You kind of speak like the developers back in the day. When this first IDEs that we had, like I remember I had something called Atom before VS Code. It was the most popular one, kind of like giving the VS Code vibes, and it had similar kind of functionality, but VS Code wasn't a thing back then yet, or it wasn't as good as popular as it is right now. And then I was using it on the light mode like a psychopath, and people were giving me this exact comment that you were giving here. The light burns my eyes. Yes, it's like your screen is brighter than my feature. Those kind of comments, Anyway, all right. Let's say 7 days ago. So maybe some kind of not this. Maybe some kind of not frame. Oh yeah, there you go. Rectangle. It's absolutely necessary. Okay. Don't shoot me. I think I'm more of a business thinking guy, I think. But yeah. I mean, if you can do it, it's not so bad. Okay, fine. Let's do dark mode. I mean, I'm designing this in dark mode, but Ice Queen, sorry, dude, you should also do dark mode in that case. I don't know. Look, people feeling so strongly about it, so maybe you should. Yeah. Lemonade, I agree with you completely. He was saying replying to Icy Queen, if you have huge backlog of features you need to build, yeah, you should start with that. But again, if your users are complaining and yelling at you, go for it, man. Mm-hmm. 5, yeah. So somewhere here. Cool. And I'm gonna make this 50% opacity, and let's add an effect. I kind of get good at this thing. There you go. Some kind of glassy thing here. All right. Where am I from? I'm from Istanbul. I'm Turkish. But I live in London at the moment. So I've been living in London for 7 years now. Around 7 years. It's gonna be 7 years this summer. Maybe not this color, but something like that. makes my eyes bleed. Nope, nope, nope. I'm gonna use this color. Yes, that's much better. Yeah, that's actually perfect. I like that. What should we call that? Journaling club. Journaling club. There you go. And there's gonna be the description. Let's copy and let's make this a bit smaller. Yes, perfect. That's gonna be the description. Like, no. There you go. So yeah, something like this. But one more thing. When I click on this, that I might see the bigger one that kind of covers the entire screen. But since everyone is sharing something that covering their screen, then this is gonna clip some of the like the beginning or the end. So it's not gonna show the full thing. Unless I can add like borders, but I don't think the borders are gonna look nice in here. Let me copy one more. Yeah. And let's go back. Oops. I am gonna put this here for now. Let's do one more. Cool. And then take this back. Yes. Let's see. So how are you deciding what features to include? Is there a low fidelity markup that you're looking at? No. These are completely coming from like I'm coming up on the spot based on the user feedback that I have. So I do have mixed panel. I don't know if I can open here. Actually, yes, I can. No. Okay. I need permission. It's on my other computer. So basically on Mixpanel, it's a tracking software that I planted these middlewares in the existing application. We do have this existing application. If you have iOS, by the way, you can use this application. It's still on beta testing in test flight, and you will see this version of it. So what I'm doing is kind of giving it a nice redesign and making it better for the users based on the feedback that I have. And I have collected user data based on what they're clicking on, what they're looking at, and everything is all anonymous data. And I'm just have the clear idea of what people have paid attention, what they liked, what they didn't use. So I'm getting rid of all those features. And in this redesign, I'm including all the parts that they thought that works for them. And also I did conduct some user interviews as well, asking them how they felt about the app. What was the incentive that made them do the things that they did inside the while they were using. So I accumulated all these points, and I'm just like based on that making design decisions. And this is the first time also like I'm using Figma, and not using but designing on Figma. I have used it as a software developer, but haven't designed anything in there. So that's also going well, to be honest. I was kind of blown away that how easy it was to use Figma. Honestly, I've tried using some of the Adobe's XD and everything. They were not that user friendly, especially like a beginner friendly. Ice Queen. Oh yeah, you guys speaking among yourselves. That's fine. All right. So what do you think about the feed? Anything else I can add? So I do have the thing that they're participating in, the club name, their description, their thing, their handle, when this has been posted. Oh, the streak count. Yes, that is important. Cool. Maybe a bit smaller. And maybe we don't need this. Like this. Cool. Yeah, kind of like part of the title, and it's on the other side. And it gives the information which day or which streak that they did. Okay. I mean, I would say it's a good progress. So at least we have some kind of concept. I might play around with other type of concepts that to display these cards. But I think it's enough for today. I've been streaming for a while now, so I will call it a day now. Thank you very much for joining, guys. Thank you very much for joining the stream. I will try to do this every day, but life happens. So we do have all our occupations and everything. I do have a full-time job, but as much as I can, I will come back on these live streams and create content in this concept. And I will try to see this through, create some kind of things, and I will progress, create landing pages, test the idea, and see if we can get some kind of actual signups that people doesn't know about this YouTube channel and they don't know about me. Because when someone comes and sees it on the YouTube channel, they might just look at the app just because they are curious, which most of the time I think that happened, because we have over 80 signups, but only 20 something users are constantly logging into the application, and 4 or 5 of them only just sharing something in there. And that means like most of these people, 80% of these people who signed up, they were curious. They just downloaded the app, looked at what I did, and then just left and never ever used the app again. Or maybe they didn't see the value, but we will never know, because there is some kind of bias in there. So what I want to do next, once we finish this, we're going to have some kind of design system with all the buttons, colors, all the scheme and everything. Then I will be designing a landing page. Then we will run some kind of advertisement on that to see how many people we can get to sign up for the waiting list. and validate the idea. In the meantime, I will also reach out to some of the companies, maybe some local shops, to if they are interested in sponsoring some of the challenges, to give out maybe some presents for whoever completes it. I don't know, some kind of local shoe store that might provide running shoes for a running challenge for 30 days. And when you complete the 30-day challenge, if you're the first one to complete, you can win a running shoes or join some kind of giveaway, or maybe everyone will get it. Don't know. We will see. We will reach out and see if there is even demand, if they want to be agreeing to do something like this. And yeah, so thank you for watching. And looks good. It's cool. Thank you very much. Again, what's the name of the app? It's going to be Pledged. So right now we have this community called Idea Dream One, and I will make that into some kind of like a community channel. So I will create a landing page and everything. We do have Discord communities called Idea Dream One, and the app's name for now is Idea Dream One because of that, but it's going to be pledged. So to, pledge into something, doing something, and then you will create doing that. Anyway, thank you very much. Okay, I will see you later in the next stream.